Hey, hello, hello. Oh, my glasses are a mess. How's everybody? Good. And I'm not going in the good direction. Nobody land. That's a good start. Okay, how can I do that? I don't think it's the real surly CB. I think it's the bots. It's the digital friends. So I think those are the three I want. Let's try that. I don't get it. What if I do this? So let me share my screen. Right now what I'm trying to do is a new tool called Kepler that could crack and share. And I created new issues, but somehow it doesn't see my repo, so I'm not sure why. Let's go into here. If I go in my repositories, I have NoteBookmark here. What's command? Command flag runs on worktree creation, stop on the first. Oh, okay. That's good. Oh, because I didn't add it here, I'm guessing. Let's add it here. Ah, I think that's it. So now if I go start from issue, all visible, now I'm guessing I will have NoteBookmark. Oh. Would this refresh maybe?
Bonjour. Hi.
Hello, Fragbird. How are you? Nice to see you.
Bonjour. Hi. How are you today?
McNet is also here. Hello, hello. How's everybody? We made it. It's a new week again. Okay, let's see. Can you see now my repo? If I do F Boucher, why you don't see it? Maybe okay. Let's restart the app. Had a good time at Midwest Community Days. ran into a bunch of people I know. That's always cool. That's always cool. Still on Maui? Yeah. Had a better experience recently. I changed so it will be bigger, but at least it will be easier. Hey, Dukas, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm just trying a new tool that GitKraken made, and for some reason it doesn't seem to see my repo, and I'm not sure why. Why only see those repos? All repo. Search. Oh, maybe if I search issue. Okay, so let's do this. And if I do slice one, no issue matching slice one. How's the new jobs going? I'm starting Monday. I'm starting Monday. Though I talked to my manager this week, so that was nice. Show tasked. What? It's not assigned to me. I don't know why it's not showing it. Why? There's a flare again. So the setup is done. Maybe there's something missing. It should be. So my repository, I'm trying to connect to this one. I thought initially it's because it was not part of Behind My Cloud, but it's there. What's project? Oh, that's project. Remote access. No, I don't want access. Integration was, I think there was a place general. Agent feature provide integration. GitHub is connected. I don't know. Start from issue, end of track issue, agent start with context. Maybe I can assign it to me. Let's try that. I will assign it to me. Assign to me. Assign to me. And I'm running the map also. So the goal of today is to mess around again with NoteBookmark. It's working now, so if I go to oh, like the service is not running, I should run the service. Let's open PowerShell. If I run this, and let's open a blog post. Perfect. Now we have this. Let's open another one. We'll wait until the service is set. So this app yesterday, I worked a little bit and I make it work. So now the app works a little bit better. I didn't test that much the offline synchronization, but I was like, hey, at least please make it so it works. It's not crashing all the time. And then I realized, well, I don't have settings showing up. Not sure why. And at some point I was, well, do I want the app to be this as, what I say, with like all the feature of the website? Because the website, you could generate reading notes, summary, and like bunch of stuff. So I'm like, I think I want the client just to be able to be reading stuff. But then I was like, well, I don't know, maybe other people will do that. And like, as I was thinking, maybe other people will want to use it, I was like, well, right now, this is an app. It's calling an API, and there's no places where you can specify that URL. So like, that's a big problem. So that's what we'll be working on today. So for example, now if let's say I want to add a URL, I could add it here, do this. Eventually, I have another process to add URL into my stuff. I will work on that. So now see, I have this. I can edit the note if I want. So let's say I don't want Frankie's notes to be part of the I can change it like this. I think if I do this, no? Okay, cool. Boom, save. Why not a single app that runs everywhere? Yeah, that's I end up saying, well, maybe other people want to use it, so that's why. I'm reusing a lot of the code, MechNet. It's a good question, but I wasn't sure. No, we are staying with .NET MAUI. So let's say now I want to add a note that was crashing before. Oh, I can go in like better view. So now if we do this, that was working. Okay, so now I can add a note. So database to go, let's say this is database, and now we can say this is a test. We can add category, let's say container. Did I spell it correctly? No. Container. Cool. So now we can add this. Great, so now we have a tag. We can save it, and it works. Before that wasn't working, so now it's working. And if we go into generate summary, well, if we go in summaries, there's nothing. If we go into generate summaries, now like it's the reading node 623, and we have our stuff. And if I save as a draft, we should see a little pop-up here. That works. So now if we go back in summary, we have this, and we could reopen it to edit it. So like the app kind of work connected. Definitely I wanted to test it, disconnect, and see like how the synchronization works and stuff like that. But today I thought one thing I really want is to be able to point to the API, right? Right now, if I open, this is the web version that I'm running, all the server with the main database and like all that, the API here, that URL, I should be able to say to my app, hey, this is your URL that you should call when you're trying to reach the server. So I need to do that. Right now it's in the application app settings, but how do I edit app settings on Android? I don't know. Yes and no. I'm not just opening a web browser because I want it to be able to run offline. Like that. When we look at the code, we didn't look a lot at the code, but in the code, like we have a full things. What we did was we created like a share UI. So there are some components that are shared in between those two apps to try to reuse as much as we can things. And that was also part of the problem today because obviously setting already exists in the web app. So I was like, well, I already have a settings, but then obviously in the web version, I don't have a URL because you're online. So it's useless to have a URL. So like, do I share it there? Should I make it just so it's local? And like, and I didn't know how like MAUI works and stuff. So kind of like brainstorm with AI, and we got a few things. Okay.
Bonjour. Hi.
Hello. Who's saying hello? Sorry, Dev from YouTube. What are you doing there?
Bonjour. Hi.
And now he's back. He's back on Twitch. Oh, Slice.
Bonjour.
They were
Hi.
there. Bonjour, hi, bonjour, bonjour. Comment ça va?
Bonjour. Hi. Bonjour. Hi. How are you today?
Now.
Bonjour.
Hi.
Hi.
How did you do it? It was both at the same time. I don't know, like, I didn't think it was supported. Okay, I want those three. Split into 3 tasks. What? Okay, now let's just do one. I don't want you to use Claude, I want you to use GitHub Copilot. Model, let's go. Auto, mode,
Bonjour.
agent,
Hi.
Copilot. On.
Bonjour. Hi.
Okay. You're having fun from
Bonjour. Hi.
you're trying to sync the Twitch and the YouTube version. It's the same bot. It's the same. CB is only there once. You need to pick a team. MacNet want us to start over. I'm not starting over. None? I'm with you. I don't know. I'm like feeling that experience. I guess I could be could become more efficient, and maybe I will because I know what at my new job they have a web app. Though I think I will be like just focusing on the API, but doing web is so nice. It's so nice. So back over here now, yeah. Hey, while I have a few of you there, I was thinking about a new game that we could do. Oh, maybe let's see if CB catch what I wrote as a note. Not sure I will do. let's try. If I put it directly in Twitch, does it work? Maybe it doesn't like my capital S. See, I mean, oh, Frank is teasing a new game. The chat is buzzing of it with anticipation. Can't wait. Details more. Oh, come on. I want to validate. It should know where to tease. One thing. Uno relies on WinUI. Any WinUI app can be used cross-platform. Yeah, indeed, but let's try to not use it then too much. Yeah, so do you know the game Worms Armageddon or Tanks War? I was thinking it could be something like that, but I was trying to pivot it as a not war, not battle, so like something a bit more positive. What game? Worms Armageddon. Worms Armageddon. This. Can I have images? Oh, let's spell it correctly. Nope. So the way it works, what? So Worms Armageddon is this idea here where you have a position and you need to kill the other worms that are not in your team. Here we can see there's two teams, I think. Yeah, three teams. There's the yellow teams, the red teams, and the blue teams. And then you need to kind of like position and then like provide some power, and you throw stuff. So I thought that could be interesting. And the other one I had in mind, it's older, and the reason why I wanted to do that, I think it's Tanks Wars. Not sure. Yeah. It's much older. I remember playing something like that on Pet Commodore, but I think this version is like much more advanced. So you drop and then you need to kill the other. I just thought it could be interesting, but like that's not a good visual. Anyway, so the idea was we could have a map and then catch something instead of like killing each other or stuff like that, because I don't want too much battle. I feel like, you know, battle is not a good option, but it could be you need to catch something. Gorilla bass? What? Man. What are you doing with CB? Oh, Rust book, cool. Oh, turn bears. Wow, I think that could be it. Oh no, that's the where you smash the windows. The problem is now CB is like in a loop talking about itself. What have you done? CB, stop. Do I need to kill you? Yeah, no kidding. Okay, let's do this. He's becoming too chattier. It should be like a little bit more. Yeah, because each message takes more than one message. How? You're definitely very verbose today, CB. What's happening to you? What the hell is going on? I think the thing is, because he's saying his name, he's in loop. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I think the problem is because he say his name, he's talking to himself. So I will have to. Oh, but that's annoying. How can I stop it? Did anybody landed right now? Just digital friends. Shut up! It's like, okay, well, I will do that.
You'd have just followed.
Okay, let's do this. But that doesn't restart CB, I think. Is it? If I start again? Yeah. Oh man. Now I'm sweating. He's talking to himself. Don't let it go, please, Sirly Dev. Don't try to do anything. Oh, one thing I can do is stop his brain. There it is. We'll see an error message, and then when it pauses, we should be good for. I will let it calm down. What? How can you? You don't have any brains. How can you chat? Okay, I think we got it. Whew. That was intense. I definitely need to fix that before the next stream. My God. Okay. Wow. So where were we? My God. That was. Whew. Okay. So gorillas, that was from the Twitch, I think, right? So gorilla, it looked like a rampage. Yeah. What I had in mind was I think that's the one I'm looking for. Yeah. So basically, I'm not so. You could kind of aim and shoot, but what I think could be interesting is if we have, well, I don't want to make too much ads, voila, is we could have people who want to participate to land somewhere at the bottom of the screen, and then put a target somewhere. Maybe it's a little cloud, maybe it's a little like black cloud, so like, you know, it's sad or something, because I don't want any war connotation to the game. And then you could try to catch it, so like you need to aim, so right or left with some kind of angle, and then some power, and then it will always be a curve. Always be a curve, and then by catching it you make points or something like that. And maybe part of the game we have right now, the RPG game, then you can find different throwable, I don't know, maybe it's two separate things. The RPG is too annoyed me, because you're making noise and like masking the screen. But this could be just like a drop thing that is going on, where like you try to catch the stuff, and maybe, I don't know if how hard it would be, but like you could buy more advanced weapons. So I don't know. What do you think, chat? I was just trying to, I was thinking this morning about, well, not this morning, I started thinking about that yesterday, about what Sony really want more stuff to spend the points, and I was like, how can I make it? And I was like, oh, it could be cool if we could buy, you know, pay to win. But I cannot modify the drop game. And I don't want to make a clone of the drop game because, you know, so I was like, let's try to make something else. And I thought that could be cool. That, or we could be like the slingshot labyrinth, or, you know, slingshot dungeon. So we have a little dungeon, and maybe we need to shoot each other, I don't know. And we are in kind of a dungeon, but you only see on your vision. Well, that's, I feel like that's, do I have Excalibur running? I don't think so. Let me open this in that other window. Or not running. Let me see. Do I have that thing running? Okay, so you start. Cool. Whoops, did I lose the chat? No, it's there. Okay, cool. Okay. So yeah, so let's say, how can I draw on that thing? This. So let's say we have some kind of dungeon, right? But if, and we have some people. But you can only see a little bit around you. So for example, here, let's say it's NET. Let's say here. This is NET. And let's say that 8. And let's say that this is Shirley. Right? So you can only see a little bit around you. So here maybe you see that, I don't know, you are in a room and that's it. And there's, there's a door here.
How are you today?
Hello, Stony! Stony is here. And TBD is also there. Hello, 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 how are you? And MechNet, maybe MechNet is in a corridor. And there's a door here.
Bonjour. Hi.
So you have kind of a fog of war, and maybe there's a treasure somewhere, I don't know. So you need to walk, but you can only like slingshot yourself. Could be that. I thought it could be fun because, you know, we have the 2D6 dungeon, so we could have something like that, or the game where you try to catch something or kill each other. Entropic left a cloud instance open for me, so I am using Opus with my weekly. Ooh. So yeah, so I don't know like what games, but I was thinking about your stuff, Stony. I was trying to see how people can spend more things by pay for win, or like not necessarily win, but yeah, pay for win. Like you have more option that other users don't have. I thought that could be fun. Should have a closed door. What? After the job was done. Well, here we are. You missed CB was in fire. Had to kill it. I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened. And I will have to patch it. What? TBD, I can't believe Frank is doing this for you. What, streaming? My God, guys. What I'm doing for him. What, did I miss something? Marcy is here too. Okay, TBD. No, I like your streams. I think each stream has his own personality, and I like that. You know, coding and stuff. What I like about the drop game is it doesn't request any interaction from my stand. Like, I kept the score because I thought it was fun, but now it's integrated, I think. But that's good. But I don't want too much. You were busy or in time off this week, TBD? I didn't see you streaming, right? Okay. Let's go back towards this. So, you want your reward? Yay! Stony Eagle landed. Awesome. That was weird. The cloud were super low. You brought the cloud with you. And why my message don't follow? All good. No reason to explain. It was for me a mix of like, did I keep missing it or he's not streaming? It was totally fine. If I keep missing it, I was like, well, you know, should make an effort from time to time to catch it, to catch you. Yeah. I'm tired to have time off. And this week it was like, I felt bad because I was trying to work outside, but it was raining, or it was super hot, or it was raining, or it was super hot. And I was like, but yeah. But next week, start my new job, so I'll focus on something else. I don't know if I will be keeping all my streams up, but we'll see. Yeah, I start a new job next Monday, TBD. Excited about it. It'll be fun. So, I want to talk briefly about Kepler, that new tool. Let me put that in the chat. And then we can start working a little bit more today. Well, I had that idea of game. If you have thoughts, share it in the chat. Like, would it be funnier to have that kind of like dungeon where you move in? And I thought it could be, I don't know, I'm not sure how, like, moving, I think it would be cool if we could move, but only by slingshotting ourselves. So, you know, you have kind of a direction and you could bounce and stuff like that. So that could be funny. And then, like, you could go and do it. I'm not sure how it will be utilized. Is it the good word? How we'll visually put that in the screen without impactful, without being too impactful for like the code and stuff I'm showing. So that's what I was thinking. Maybe each player only have a vision and the rest of the map, of the dungeon map, is hidden by fog of war. You know, so at the same time, looking at the other, you can make yourself in your mind kind of an improved map. So that could be one game. The other game will be just a kind of like targeting, so an angle, power, and then you try to hit a target. So maybe just like hit the target. So we take the same target and we just try to hit it. The first that hit it, get a points, and then the target move to a different spot. It's in my nature to find something to complain about. I thought I was the French. I thought I was the Brit. TBD, you landed. And Rukazudev. Oh, it's the first time I see this that digital friend. Okay, so yeah, so let's talk about Kepler so I could move on. It's free, by the way, right now, so you can give it a try. And there's 70% Pro, and I think I have a discount if you can put referrals. Not sure it will do anything, but hey, you should totally give it a try. It's awesome. Like, you know, the full solution is awesome. This help you to kind of manage, and like I poke with it on my laptop. On Windows I was having trouble, and I still have trouble. I will show you that in a second. So you have your Kanban board. So like it worked. You manage a bunch of agent with task, and you let it go, and they could be working on different repos, and each agent can work in his own work tree, meaning that they don't interfere between themselves. So that's what I thought was pretty cool. And you have like the code, and you see all of it. Pretty cool. My problem was that it works with different agents. So I don't have right now a Claude account. Well, I have the free one, but you know, I use open code and I love it. But for some reason, it wasn't working on my Windows device, this device that we see right now. It was working on my Linux laptop, so that's why I kind of like mess around a little bit over there, because I had access in a private preview. It turns today, I think it will be available for others. Copilot, I didn't have a Copilot, GitHub Copilot subscription, but this week, GitHub Copilot finally reopened the new subscription. So guess what? I have a GitHub subscription. It's not a big one, so I'm not using Squad yet because I need to understand the new pricing and how it affects my, what's the word I'm looking for? Flow. And it integrates with a bunch of stuff. So pretty cool. But so I want to try it today. So yeah, that's Kepler. It looks like this, and it's tiny. And I try a little bit, not enough maybe, to start working with. But oh, I have WinZip. No, not WinZip. Zoom it. Zoom. Yeah. So for some reason earlier it couldn't see the repo, so I need to bring back that feedback. I'm not sure why, but I created those 3 issues. We'll go in GitHub exploring them, but those 3 issues are a split of Epic, where I want to have the setting page for the .NET MAUI app that we built, the NoteBookmark mobile app version. So I was thinking, this slice one, let's try to run it using GitHub Copilot. I will let Copilot pick the model at once as an agent. Copilot, not Squad. That's pretty cool because you can pick different agents, and I will let it go. So I think that would be what we want. But let's first explore. Oh, I can click here. And when I click, can I make you bigger? A new work tree. Oh, so I can pick. Okay, so new work tree from this. Ah, cool. And you can add more repo. That's pretty cool. Oh, here I have the details, but it's tiny. Let's go into the browser. So slice one was it's creating a new route and creating all that setting stuff. So let's give it a try. And the thing is, you have your Kanban, you could see all your stuff running, you have the console, so you have a bunch of stuff running, and you could do a bunch of things. I have a job opportunity in GitHub Grab? No. No. That would be running. No, we'll be working for Schneider's Electric. So yeah, so it was slice in 3. That's how it goes. I'm not sure how, like, can we make a poll? We can make a poll. Let's let it run for 5 minutes. Cool. So I will share poll with you. So we now have a new poll. Marcis, why are you crying? What happened? What is happening to you? So yeah, so let me bring that here. Oops. So yeah, so what game would you prefer that we build? I landed now, but no score. Okay, sorry, I missed that part. But that's normal. That's part of the game. So the games could be that dungeon explorer race. So like I was saying, you could have like we would build a dungeon randomly generated, and you have to catch the treasure chest before the other, but you would move by slingshotting yourself or something like that. And landed but no. So you did land but no score? Now I understand your issue. What? No, really? Oh, it was on the edge, so you didn't land. Pas de pitié pour les croissants. So that will be the first game, and you need to get to the chest before the other. When you get to the chest, you have more points. then we could add that, not sure how, but you could fight, or maybe not fight, but block, or have some effect to the other player. That could be one. So that would be the Dungeon Explorer race. The other one, target shooting, would be that you land somewhere on the bottom of the screen. The target is floating, and you need to shoot at it. Like having to specify a specific angle and some power. So let's say, okay, left 30%, and then power 80% of the power, and just like, you shoot something, and then you try to do that. And then like when you hit the target, you do points. And then I'm not sure how easy it would be to have, though I feel like if I'm adding a way that we could add like Twitch point to it, I feel like it's unfair, because of people on YouTube, they don't have Twitch point. But like, maybe people on YouTube cannot play anyway, because I think it doesn't work, right? You cannot drop from YouTube, am I right? I think we tested that and it wasn't working, because the way the chatbot right now is set, it doesn't catch your name, I think. So could be that. I'm not sure. So maybe the points would be just to change the team or something like that. I don't know. And all that started because of you, Stony, because I want to please you, adding feature to add more points, but then then I had no idea to add more points, and nobody cares. So let's focus on something else. How's our Kepler doing? Oh, it's working. Implemented. That now support runtime. Okay, then. So I guess I could just new task. Okay, let's go for slice 2. GitHub Copilot, auto, agent, on. I fall like vomit down the wall. My God, what an image! That's a poem. I don't know. Feel very graphic. My God. That was something. I should stop the app. Oh, it's working in a work3 anyway. Create command, git kraken. Oh, there's git kraken. Oh, interesting. Are you still playing? Well, you said you don't have time, so I'm assuming you didn't play a lot of Lego Batman TBD. Any games? Any player? Anyone's playing some game these days? I'm playing Conan Exile Remaster or remake remaster. I forgot what's the. It's good. There's no, it's not true. There's bosses, but you could have a lot of fun without fighting the bosses. So I'm fine with it. I need to find a way to make the text apparence. Why can I not make that thing bigger? Ah, there it is. The wall equal was okay. That's a little bit less graphic. I think it's better. Magnet. Nope. Last time I played something was Call of Duty, maybe on PS3. Oh my god. Oh no, okay, so was for this message. So you were saying vomit on the wall. Yeah. Okay, well. I don't mind taking the blame for this. Oh, so one person vote for the Dungeon Explorer race. So Stony, give me ideas. How can we spend points, Twitch points? Would it be for the game or would it be for something else completely? I have no idea how to use Twitch points. I think the poll is done. I shared the link. Let me share it again. And if you're new here, you can use exclamation point maps to be shown on the maps. Hey, why I'm not here? There it is. Oh, I'm there. Game. That's better. How far do you like to go with this? Better ask how much effort. Well, if it's like just Marcy's, are you really in Maddie? Marcy? It depends. Like if it's part of another project, like let's say we build the dungeon race. I don't mind putting more time in it because it could be used. Like I think it would be, you know, like I don't mind putting more time. So let's say you want to use it on your channel. If it's just like making fun stuff on my channel, for example, your feather, I'm not sure I have a lot of time for that. No, but it's for, oh, okay, that's why you said you were in Africa, because yeah, indeed. Oh, and like, was it Vietnam? No, I forgot. Where was the big earthquake? The two earthquakes. Was it Vietnam? I forgot what it was. Venezuela, yeah. So here, somewhat there. For some reason, I thought it was in Asia. The feather game is pretty simple to make. So right now we are in 147. Let's map setting page. Let's create a branch. You know what? No, let's just run the other. I want new task. On this one, I want a new work tree from 147, and you're running this auto agent on do it. Well, no, but we have like a little visual also with it. I mean, yeah, I'm assuming you vibe code that part. I've been outside to buy some vegetable from the market. It's okay. It must be really hot. That's vibe 50-50. Okay, that's good. I don't know. I think maybe it's not a good idea to start a new project. I tried my Kanban board the other day, and like I was like, let's pause it. I like the idea because it does what I want, but then like I said, I could do. When I do Trello, I need to explore more Trello. Maybe I just need to build like an extension, not an extension, power-ups, I think they call that. How do you spell Trello? Like that? Yeah. Oh. Or maybe I should just continue to use the GitHub. Each time I think I struggle with that. I just like Kanban boards. For me, they are clear. Yeah, it must be so hot, right? Like it make no sense. Like 40 degrees, where people are not used to that. So like the houses are not built for that. Like they're the everything like it's crazy. I always joke, half joke to people where I say like I would pick between 25 and minus 10 Celsius. I'll probably take all the time minus 10 because it's easier for me to be comfortable at that temperature. Well, 25, if it's windy, it could be okay, but it's hot. So like 40, that's double. Yeah, no. If you're on vacation, you're just like, you know, sipping a drink in the shadow. Even yesterday, I was seeing a bunch of video on Insta and other YouTube, you know, like the shorts about like people in restaurant complaining because like all the customers say, yeah, I would like to have a place that is not that hot. It's like, well, every place outside is hot. You could go inside if you want, and that's it. Yeah, it's crazy. 35. Like you don't sleep well, so it's kind of a cycle where just like stop using AI. People can afford to eat out. What? Well, the problem is it's not afford, it's because it's too hot. So people are not. You're poor. Well, then you stay home. Say like people going to a terrace. Like, you know, when there's outside seat, they want to be outside because it's the summer, but then it's so hot that they are asking the waiter to be in a cooler spot. And it's like there's no cooler spot. Like each spot is at 40 degrees. You need to go inside where there's AC and like, you know. Live music, yeah. Oop. Okay, so look like this is live. So now let's give it a try. So I will restart the server. And then we'll restart the app and see. Hey, hello, Henry the Sniper. Yeah, I mean, okay, so now we'll have our API that will start shortly, so we'll be able to see that. Have you ever thought about using Linux? I'm always on Linux. It's exceptional that I'm on Windows today. What, did I miss a message from Fragburn? Oh. I use, well, so my personal laptop used Debian 13, and the stream computer, I can show you. The stream computer, that's the one, it's using Omarchi. It's just that today I needed to, like I need more power, and my powerful machine right now run Windows. My most capable machine run Windows. Okay, so this is the address I will have to put in the app. So now let's go in Visual Studio. Let's start that. Are you a user? Are you a Linux user? Henry the Sniper? Oh no. That's not cool. Yeah, I used a lot Ubuntu and then Debian. I like it because it's stable. It supports .NET very well. And often when I do the demo and stuff like that, like that's also a distribution that is used by many developers. Or so like I feel like if I'm doing, oh yeah, you just need to install blah blah blah, then like I'm helping more people than if I'm using Omarchi. Omarchi is for me having fun, but like when I do tutorial and stuff like that, if I'm doing it using Omarchi, I feel like if I have to install anything, then it become very specific, and I'm just kind of like, yeah. Am I running the good version? I don't feel like I'm running the good version. Oh no, because it's working in work3. What? No. Oh, I'm not in. Oh no, I'm not in the good version. Let's change that. Okay, let's. And I think I did a mistake also. If I go here, how did I start? Did I pick the previous version or did I pick main? I don't know. Oh, task name. Let's try that. Whoop. Well, Omarchy is pretty cool, and it's Arch based. So if you're an Arch user, you could use Omarchy. That's pretty cool. So yeah. Ubuntu, the cause and the solution of all Linux discovery. Exactly. It's a good. I like Ubuntu. Ubuntu is pretty stable. Debian has been very good for me, honestly. I didn't like when Ubuntu, I forgot what was that phase when they had the menu on the side. That can't me. That's when I start looking for other things. But then, yeah, and like sometimes they were like, yeah, it looks a lot like Windows. Like, why would you like to look like Windows? Like, just look like you think it's good. If it happened that it looks like Windows, it's good. But like, I don't know. Too many Linux distro. Oh, there's a lot of Windows. Maybe that could be a next project. Let's work and create a new Linux distro. What do you think? No! Created .NET MAUI. What? Those merges were already up to date. That's your goal? Create a new distro, McNet? That's a lot of work, buddy. Okay, so now we have the MAUI setting branch open. Let's close this. Let's start the server. Anna Montana Linux is obviously the best. Oh, Fragbert, I always forgot. Or maybe did you use the map to say where you live? I may be traveling in New Hampshire soon. No. Well, if you want, you could do it. Just do exclamation point and city. You don't, no need to use the real one. I would be happy just knowing how to embed Linux in any device. Oh yeah. I'm not sure. I think I will. I'm not sure if it's Boston or if it's somewhere else. That's New Hampshire, right? Why can I not see the state? Yeah, Massachusetts. No, that's Massachusetts. Where is New Hampshire? Connecticut. North Carolina, Georgia. Forgot. Landed. Yeah. See, your malediction is you're done with it, man. You keep landing. Marcis, you landed too. Everybody's landing. My God. See, I didn't land. I'm watching Yellowstone these days. It's good. It's special, but it's good. Okay, so now we have all that. So localhost 7289. Let's start our app, see if it's asking for that. What do you have in my bag? I have a potion. I like potions. Blah, 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 blah. So I don't see the page. Am I running in the good solution? I'm in the good branch. Yeah, MAUI setting. So if I go to the MAUI app and I go to, I guess, component, layout, nav menu, post summary, generate summary, search. So there's no setting page. This branch contains all the code from the issue 146, 147, 148 about adding a setting page into our .NET MAUI app. Hey GT, hello, hello. Even CB is happy to see you. Test, test. Okay. In this branch, all the code from the issue 146, 147, and 148 is there. And it's all about adding a new setting page into the MAUI app. But for some reason, I don't see any menu showing me the setting page. So it's missing from the navigation menu. And also by default, when it's null, I should have a startup page that is offered to me. So maybe have a look what's missing. Why? Okay. Wait, what? Yeah, nav menu setting links. Oh, you cannot complain to the GT. Everybody's lending, so it's on you. It's on you, buddy. Everybody's lending today. Not everybody. Oh, you again? But you landed yesterday, right? Oh, it's here. Where? I can bring the admin here. So yeah, so Stony is leading again. Then Marcis with now 71. No, it's Grovosaurus. Marcis 67. TBD Gamer. That's rare. TBD Gamer is our new Fragbird. And Fragbird 33. I didn't land. And I try more time than McNet. Yeah, but I restarted since then. Earlier, remember when CB was in fire? I restarted. And even the show notes will be a little bit... I don't want to say the F-bomb. Will be fucked up because of that. Because if I go in session history, that's the stream. That's the one we are active, but that's the one where I landed. Okay. Maintainers. Yeah, I know. I usually don't use that kind of vocabulary here, but that's all because of Stony. Stony make me say stuff on his stream. It's incredible. It's all because of him. No excuses. Oh. Going for the corner. Let's join. Everybody's in the corner. Go! Oh, I go in the other corner apparently. No, see, like you're all in the corner. I'm alone and on the other side. I'll go join myself. Oh boy. Not rigged at all. Well, GT, earlier I was talking about like building a new game, a new chat game, and I had two ideas. The first one was instead of having the target at the bottom, the target will be somewhere in the screen, and then everybody who want to join, you kind of like drop somewhere on the floor, so different location for everybody, and then you try to hit the target. So you have to do like a right or left, let's say 30 for like, let's say L30 to left 30%, and then set the power, and then it will be like a curve. Try to hit that target, and if you hit the target, then you do the point, the target move elsewhere, and a game would be, I don't know, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I don't know. So people try to make the most point. So that could be a thing. The other game was in an invisible dungeon, so kind of labyrinth. You start each at a different location, and you could see, oh, do we see it? I think we see it. You could see that like there's a treasure and you need to move to get it. The point is you cannot just move like, okay, up, left, down, like, but you need to throw yourself again with like a slingshot way. Yeah, Marcy is in fire, so you could do that. So you try to slingshot yourself to, you know, move and try, but you don't see the labyrinth. You only see around you, kind of like a fog of war. So you only see around you a little bit. So you could have a better idea as you look. Obviously, we all share the same screen, right? It's kind of couch co-op. So we all share the same screen. So even if I'm like in the low right corner of the screen, so I see like the path there, but you're like in the middle top, I could see this. So, you know, I could try to move. I don't know. That could be interesting too. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do it. That could be interesting. So any of those two ideas would be interesting to you, or you prefer just continue to complain about the drop game? Which is fine for me. I'm just trying to see if we have fix. Does NET MAUI now include the app settings, server settings, the app root setup, first launch? Cool. Let's have a look if it's true. Can I do the net build? Or maybe my game description is not clear enough. I know I took notes of a potential game. Was it in behind my cloud, or it was in the CB page? I landed. What? With a score of 008? No, 8. Okay. That's not a great score. Again. Not again. Look. McNet try 7 times. Frank tried 10 times. And see now, Marcy is like in the corner. It's all fair, buddy. It all works. So was it in behind? I don't think it was in behind my. That's all bump stuff. Maybe it's in CloudBut. Do you remember where I put game ideas? The cloud at the top of the screen. Yeah, that's how I work. I create a version. I didn't took notes of game ideas, but I forgot where I put them. OSS project maybe? String planning? What's stream planning? I have no idea what it is. Oh, journal. String planning. Exactly, McNet. That's why I do my reading notes, by the way. I remember I read something, but not the details. No, I've always been like that. That's why I took notes. But I think it was, to be honest, my feeling is it was in CB repo. Or is it? And I think I closed it because I thought nobody was interested. So if I show all the issue, and that's when I created the RPG game. Oh no, it's not there. So I don't know where. Oh, maybe it's in the behind my cloud. I don't think it was there. No, I don't know where I put it. Or did I create a new repository and I deleted? Maybe I did that too. Well, I use Obsidian a lot. But the game was too complex, I think, to make it a chat game. Well, yeah, we had like a lot of ideas, and it created kind of an epic. I think it was in the repo, and when because I had more than 100 repos, and I don't like that, so I kind of deleted a bunch of repo, and I think I just deleted it. Yeah, because in my head, what I thought could be cool, and then you can buy parts using the Twitch point and stuff, was like Cat's War, I think it's called. But again, it's battle again. Cat Wars, I don't know what it's. This Cat's Crash Arena. That's what I thought we could be using. So you build your own kind of car, and then like you put different size of wheels, different stuff, and then like they go to competition. I thought that could be fun, but then like to be in the chat, I think that's way too complex, but I really like the idea. And I thought that would be fun because then let's say you, McNet, you build a car that is super powerful, then people on the stream, even if you're not there, could say, hey, what's the word I'm looking for? I challenge McNet. So like your car will go there, and then like you could try to beat him up. So it was a mix of, and then like you get the champion cup. No, instead of a feather, lucky feather, like you have the cup, like you're the best device, the car, whatever. But I think it's too complex for a chat game, so that's why I was thinking target could be a cool variation on the drop, and thinking at other games, there was Adams Learn has a game where it's I think Uptime, you call that, where you have some kind of floors and you try to go up, and like you decide how you want to. So I thought it could be. I don't want to do something that already exists, So I thought, okay, what else we could kind of like slingshot ourselves? And I thought, oh, maybe like we do a crossover between the 2d6 dungeon and like a slingshot. So you explore by slingshot yourself, and then like every walls are bouncy. So if you do it correctly, instead of like going back, if let's say I have Excalibur set up. So let's say you are in a section where the wall is like this. Maybe there's a door here, but otherwise it go like this, and you're here. So if you shoot yourself like this straight, then you will just come back, right? So you're stuck at the same location. But if you make it so, I don't know, it's like this, then maybe it bounces and you end up here. And now you will have a better vision, because initially you could only see that it was turning, and now because it's here, you say that, oh, you know what, like, oh, it erased everything. No, don't erase everything. Oh, it erased everything. I don't know how to use that tool. So now you notice that, oh, guess what? There's another door here. And maybe the treasure chest is here. So there's good chance that you go there. I don't know. And maybe you need to pick up keys. Keys are somewhere. But using Twitch Point, maybe you can buy keys. I don't know, like, you know, we can have fun up after. So I think that could be interesting. The app is starting. I don't know, it's just ideas. What's the percentage of the screen the game cover? I think it would cover all of it. But because you only see, right, when you're here, maybe you only see this, or maybe a little bit more. Maybe you see, you don't see the corner. And when you're there, then, like, you know, like, you always see only part of it. Oh no, Sturdy Dev, your bag is empty. I think I had another potion. And I found umbrellas. Oh, cool. Is it raining again where you are, Fragburn? Cool, so we have the app settings and we have the server settings. So let's go server setting. Does it show anything? It crashed, obviously. Yep. Cannot supply the comment. Microsoft Fluent Toast provider. Oh man. Okay, let's see if the other page works. If I go to app settings, I go posts. Nothing works. No, the app is. Did I start the? Oh, I didn't start it. It shouldn't do that though. I misread potion as poutine. Well, you know, poutine is part of like any good dungeon crawler game. Don't you think? Okay, so this look, it's broken. Let's pause, let's stop it. Let's complain. Let's go Kepler. Speaking of, working my way through book 4 of Dungeon Chronicle. Yeah! I finished the book 8 and it was great. Did you have your chance to try the audiobook, Fragbird? They are really good. Honestly, they are really good. Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, sorry Dev, I think the game remembers from stream to stream. I think. Oh, you've been? Yeah, they are very well. It's one guy. It's only one guy. Damn it, donuts. Oh, it's awesome. It's so cool. And when he got this achievement, because he squished something with the foot and the AI is like all getting dirty minded. That was like oh, I laughed so loud. If you don't know what we're talking about, but I guess everybody knows about it because I keep talking about those books. It's a series by Matt Dimon. I don't know how to pronounce correctly his name. Dungeon Crawler Call. It's the it's lit RPG, so it's kind of a, I don't know, it's really easy to read. Damon, right? I was saying it correctly. It's fun to read. It's light. I would say, and if you don't like to read, then go through the audiobook. They are just amazing. That guy do many voice. There's sound effect and stuff. Each time I buy one of those books, I also bought the audio version, and I've kind of like switch or sometimes read while listening on Kindle. You could synchronize those two. It's just awesome. So I finish the Horrible Parade. And I'm part of for this one, I'm part of the Kickstarter project for that one. It's a novel, graphic novel. And there's another one. He published something, another one. What it's called again? This Operation Bounce House. It's on my want to read, but I didn't read it yet. And I read another one from him, Kaiju. I'm not sure. Like that one was good, but not like Call. There's humor in it. There's I don't know. I felt more very fun. So strongly recommend Dungeon Crawler Call. It's hard to say, even for people speaking in English, I think. But for me, it's awesome. Demon. Anyway, I love it. It's fun. It's awesome. Fix, set up, pull. Okay, let's try again. Let's stop. Whoops. Let's stop you and restart just in case. And let's tooks. What? No, 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 no. Who landed? Blow it. McNet, did you land? Finally. It was about time. We can wrap up the stream. McNet landed. Oh, I noticed the time. I should be wrapping up, but let's try to see at least if that thing works. You said you were book what again? Book 4, I think, right? Yeah, working my way book 4. Hey, Joe's Dev. Hello, hello. The Bungo Cat. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, it is cool. You want me to play the meow 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 song? Is that what you're saying? Cool, so it did put this. Excellent. So now if I try to go in server setting. Yeah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I've been obsessed for a few years, obsessed with dungeon crawler called DCC. Yeah. I'll kill your mother! Yeah, I know. I know. I read all 8 books. I just finished last weekend book 8, and that was awesome. And I was listening, in fact, because I had to do a lot of driving. So, but I was like 96% of the book. So I was like, okay, you know, it's the final battle and stuff. I need to continue. So I listened to it, and there's a full book. Then there's a pause, and then they pretend they go in the other room into the what's the name again of that character, the goat guy, what's his name again? Pontify? No, I forgot. Preparante. Yeah, so anyway, so they go to his room and he's singing, and it sounds like Phil Collins, and they made a version, so like the full song is there and you could hear it singing and with music and stuff, and like it's like the song is like, I don't know, 1 minute, 2 minute long. Really, really good. Have you learned Mark Resnovich book? No, well, I'll look at them. The thing is, he's writing a lot of sci-fi book, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, it was sci-fi, and that's one type of, because in French we say genre, that's why I said gender. One type that I'm having issue. Even right now, what's the one book, good, what it's called again? A sci-fi book that everybody's talking about. In space, it's one guy. Want to read. And Date added. Yeah, Hail Mary. I was that close to make it my next book, and I was feel like, and I watched the movie instead. It's great. I really enjoy. Some people are complaining about at some point the tangent it goes through. I just enjoyed it. Like, I think when I'm reading a book or watching a movie, I'm like, it's not a documentary or something. Like, they take decision to make it like a good story, and I just follow the story. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if the book is good. Now that I watched the movie, I will have a really hard time reading the books, because usually I can do book movie, but not the other way around. But I definitely liked it. Yeah, anyone? Because he wrote mini. What would be your recommendation? Yeah. I think Day Zero is pretty good, right? Yeah. I met the guy in person and all, so that's always also fun. You can see, like, you know, and then like Windows. Yeah, this could be interesting. Okay, let's make it. I want to read. A raid! We got raid! Oh, wow! Hello.
Yay!
Hello, raiders! Welcome aboard! And yes, when we got raid, the chat got excited and it affect the temperature and like the weather here on this channel. Welcome everybody. Welcome, I'm Frank Boucher, and we're working on different apps on .NET most of the time, and today we're working on a .NET MAUI app. Not that you know, even if some viewers will really like it, but it's an app that I created a long time ago, or a process that I created a long time ago, where I put notes in an app, and it's usually a website, and I share my reading notes every Monday. And now I'm doing like a .NET MAUI version of it, like a Android version of it. I want it to be working offline, so I could take notes when I'm commuting in the train and I don't have access to internet and stuff like that, and it should synchronize after. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. But what did you work on your stream? And don't look the UI. Don't look the UI. But did I miss some message? The chat was on fire. Let me just scroll back while you type your answer. Read them all. Okay, we'll start with the first one. Sorry, Dev. Okay. And I'm always alternating. So right now I'm in a thriller, cops book kind of type, and I love it. It's like a Department Q on Netflix. So I'm in book 3 of that series. Pretty good. What? Another way around. Oh, it's because of you, Stony, that he's here. It's all good. Everybody's welcome on my stream. Notes should work, but if I'm like, if CB is doing his job correctly, the raid should be part of the notes. And I think it's notes plural if you want to try, but I will try after. Oh yeah, I saw you put some stuff. So the bag is completely empty. CB, okay, cool. Watch na. And yeah, people here love to complain about the drop games, even though InstaFluff wrote it, not me. "20 more hours of my Wolverine helmet. I'm only main part now." Oh, are you 3D printing a Wolverine helmet? Those dev? So you were looking at Figma updates and AC price. Oh, so you're in Europe, so you're affected by the heat wave. I'm very sorry. I'm reading that, and yeah, I feel bad for you, man. It's so hot. It makes no sense. For like when when it's a normal, like then your house are built for it. People get used to that kind of temperature. It's still very hot, but like you have more option. But like when it's not supposed to be that hot, then you're screwed. And the AC prices, like I'm assuming the store right now are just like boosting the price because maybe stock is out. But then like electricity bill will be I don't know like where are you based exactly, but the electric bills. How's your electricity where you live? And by the way, we're talking about where you live. If you're interested, you could share your location or a fake one if you don't want by doing in the chat !map. And then you say, let's say I live in Montreal. I live around Montreal, but sometimes I do Montreal, sometimes I do El Perro because that's my little island where I live. So you say !map Montreal, and then you could say comma Canada or whatever. So like you say your city and your country if you think there's more than you, like just Tony now show that, and then we can visit everybody just like that. It's called Streamer Maps, and it was written by Jeffrey Fritz, C# Fritz. And if you want, you could also, if you want to use that on your stream, you could request access. Let me continue to go to the messages. You play with fire, Shirley asking CB to do stuff again. I need to go in the Maya and InstaFluff chat or not chat, Discord, and make a request to have a rigged version of the game. See, that's not too bad. Or welcome aboard. So if you don't know, CB is this guy. This is CB is taking notes for us, and you can chat with him in the chat, and is interacting and doing a bunch of stuff. He's also keeping score of people landing on the drop game and a bunch of stuff. He's been on the stream. McNet, you landed again. He's been on the stream for a long time, though recently he's getting more brain power, I would say. Let's do another tour of that. Rigged. Yeah, 39, it makes no sense. Come on, 39 degrees. Yeah, electricity will go high. I'm just catching up in the chat. Cool, people are adding. Oh, so you're in Paris? Are you in Paris, or you just make it easy like I do Montreal to make it easy? So you speak French? I didn't know you speak French. Or maybe it's not true at all. I've been 47, 49. It's getting up. But come on, 50. Like at some point, you just want boiling water. You just put it in by the side of the water. You are in Paris. Okay, cool. Bienvenue à bord alors. Je parle français aussi. Oh man. French, but French. Yes, exactly. What if you start talking French to he will yell out as fast as he's hot here. You can force him to you can try exclamation point bonjour if you want. But yeah. Well, that's cool. So we have 9 people on the map. It's not our yeah, it's a new record. Excellent. Well, bonjour, hi, it's a Montreal thing. It's not even a Canadian thing. It's just because Montreal is so, like, there's a lot of English people and French people, so when you work in a store, you want to be polite. So I don't know what language you're talking, so I'm trying...
Bonjour. Hi.
So if you say bonjour, hi, the goal is that if you speak French, then you will reply in French to me. If you talk in English, you will reply in English to me. And then I can help you in your own language. The worst is when you say bonjour, hi, some people just go like, you know, head gesture, so you still don't know. And then say, what was the other thing? And maybe you say, looking for something. Chercher quelque chose à particulier, and they just knock the head, so you still don't know. It's like, come on, help me, say something so I know what language you're speaking. But yeah, but at some point, the prime minister didn't like that, and he was like, he wanted to put a law to force people stop doing that. And I start doing that in my YouTube video. And it was for me a way to, because I was doing each video, each tutorial in French and in English. So I was starting by bonjour, hi, and then I was say, hey, if you speak French, I have another French version over there. And like pointing, you know, on YouTube, you could put link in the top right corner, saying that. And the same thing in French, say, hey, if you speak English, go there. Yeah. Est-ce que vous parlez espagnol? Stony just wanna crack the... we found a bug today, Stony, in CB, and I need to fix it before the next stream because it was very annoying. It was way too chatty. So cool. So we have our app settings. Thank you for the... Thank you for... I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. I'm sorry. That's why I'm not saying it since the beginning. Awa. Am I saying it correctly? Was following it? It's all good. There's no obligation to follow me. There's no obligation. Yep, Awa. Cool. Is it supposed to mean something? Or is it just like, I'm like, I don't know. Just, Awa. Just, okay. What? Your initials have 4A? Like André. or something like Jean-Marc Arthur. Armand. But I'm assuming if it's like a 3, it means well, like there's plenty of names that start by but if it's I'm assuming there's a Anatole. But is it Jean something? Do you have like a composite name, like un nom composé, or maybe it's your family name that is composé? My real name is Francois, by the way. I just say Frank because I work with too many English people and was like tired of like having my name butchered. Since my family name is butchered, but in French, so it's Boucher, you know, I decide, let's do. Your name is Frank. No, my name is Francois, buddy. But I kept it Frank. Yeah, Francis, Francois, Francoise. I once worked with a PM who was like Hispanic, whatever. I'm not sure which language primary, if he was talking Spanish or Portuguese or something, but every time I was saying my name, he was saying Françoise. And I was like, yeah, dude, call me Frank, just like everybody else. And it was like, no, I can't say your name, so I will say your name. I was like, well, every time you say my name, Françoise is the woman name. So like I would prefer if you say Frank, so at least, you know. Yeah, and Frankie also was, some people were calling me Frankie, but that's when I decided to go Frank and just say Frank for everybody was at some point, some PM at a previous job, most of the people were calling me Frank, but some people knew that my real name was François. So at some point, 2 PMs were arguing on who's the best guy to put on a specific project until I say, hey, I'm both. So that's when I started to do like, okay, my name is Frank, except for like legal and paycheck stuff. But even at Microsoft, I think on my paycheck it was Frank. But it got me in trouble once because at some point someone booked my plane, and it was Frank's tickets, not Francois. So when I got to the door, about to go into the plane, they said, well, your name doesn't match on their tickets and your passport, sir, so you don't go on board. And it was weird when I was looking for a job recently. At some point in the interview process, I had to say, oh, by the way, my real name is Francois, it's not Frank. and sometimes it didn't happen on the, because I don't start with that. So I was like, sometimes like chatting the first interview and maybe doing the HR. And then after that, like when we were going, though I think it happened 3 times, like when I go deeper and, then I was saying, and like the HR person, the first person kind of like followed me since the beginning. I was like, what? We've been talking all that time and you didn't say your real name? Exactly. Sorry, Deb. And I was like, no, Francois did that thing and like he's an expert in Azure and blah, blah, blah. So yeah. It was funny once done. It's a good story to like share with others, but I didn't want to add complexity for people. So that's why I decided to go with Frank. And also it's shorter, it's easier to say in all languages, I think. So I kept it. The good news is we have our app setting now, so our mobile apps now can enter a URL, so they hit the API, and if we want all the settings, we can do that. So it's all available there. That's cool. So I think we can merge that PR to our Epic, and next stream we could try to start validating if the code should be working. There's unit tests even done. That was like done via an agent, so we didn't test it and we didn't look too much into it. So we'll definitely have to do that. But right now we're working in a, is it vibe coded? I'm not sure if it's vibe coded, but it's definitely AI involved a lot. So we'll have to go look into the code, the structure and stuff like that, and test to make sure everything works. Yeah. So at Microsoft, you add a way. So like when I fill up like the HR form at Microsoft, I put everywhere like Frank, except at some point it was like, hey, you're a traveling document or something like that. So I put Francois over there. But I think the person was just trying to be nice and like was doing it. So they didn't go and just like assume my name was Frank. Because they knew me for a long time. But yeah, and it's possible, like I know some people whose name are Frank. They spell it differently. I decided how I spell my name. I spell it the English way on purpose. Some people sometimes are like, why are you spelling that way? I was like, because I decided. That's why it's not FRNC or CK. It's no, it's like I wanted a K, so I put it that way. But anyway. And right these days, I think in the document, it was I need to put Francois as like the default, and then they say, how do you like to be called? And then I put Frank, and then I explain it's not a secret. It's just like, you know. Oh no, that would be awful. Franck, dis Franck, nous allons travailler sur le cloud. I work with one guy, is a French guy, and for at least a month. That was a long time ago, so the cloud was not very popular back then, and I was working on something, so it was always like cloud related. I was just exploring the cloud for the company. So he was excited. So he was coming to my desk and talking stuff, but he was talking about the cloud, and he was saying it very fast with a strong accent, and I didn't know what cloud was until at some point I was like, what's cloud? And it was like, dude, it's the thing you're working on. And I was like, oh, you mean cloud? So say info nuagique, or say the French word, yeah, cloud. I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't understand what you're saying, dude, and you're speaking French. That's the only one. That's the one time in my life I couldn't understand a French person. Because often when we speak French, the French from France, they say, "Mais qu'est-ce qu'il dit?" Like, what are you saying? Like they don't understand what we're saying. But the other way around is not true. Like most of the time, we understand. But yeah, anyway, that was the one time. Okay, last try, guys. If you want to jump, I will wrap it up, and then we'll raid. Who should we? Any suggestion? We can see. We can go see Adams. We can go see Hello. See if she still eating flesh, human flesh. I forgot what was the story. Oh, that could be fun. Seeing her, what she's doing. Portfolio code jam. Oh, yeah, it's definitely hot where she is. Okay, let's wrap it up then. Look at the score and everything. Is there a truck girl? What? Boom! So today we work on NoteBookmark, the .NET MAUI version, the Android version. The code is available there. It's online. It's an open source project. And today, best score was done by Stony Eagle, followed by Marcy Popsis and Awa. And then I'm skipping the digital friends. That MechNet with 62, TBD Gamer 46, Fragbird 33, GT 25. So you did land GT. And as me, as the loser, the best score was Stony Eagle. The biggest loser was Surly Dev. Oh yeah, he didn't land, but like he has so many digital friends. And the super participant was MechNet with 19 drop. And and thank you for the raid. I was very appreciated, by the way. And I just noticed that it's not in the thing that we should have a specific. I know it was part of that before. I know now we saw it because of Surly Dev adding the notes, but it should be there. So CB is not doing his job properly. Okay, so let's do that. Let's raid. Where is it? Let's do this. Voila. So I wish you all a good, where is it? I wish you all a good weekend with lower temperature or AC for everybody. And I will see you next week, hopefully, with my new job. I don't know if I will have time, but maybe I will just pop and chat with you for a few minutes. Other than that, have fun and let's raid and let's have some fun. She's amazing. Bye, everybody.